You better believe we're live and kicking. Hello, friends. Welcome to another Game Informer live stream. I am your host today, Alex Stadnik, GI's largest video editor. Today, joined by the one and only Liana Rupert, the Queen of Games. Hello.
What is up? We are doing it. We are doing we're not doing zombies. That would be, this isn't Mass
wrong.
Effect, but we are watching zombies. Hopefully, we got some gameplay footage. Some insight, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it really safe. We saw a lot of leaks, so hopefully that means that's dropping.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching Dying Light 2 reveal stream today. This game has been in the back of our minds for a long time, right? They announced it in 2018 and then blew everyone away with that gameplay demo in 2019 at E3. And then it's been relatively quiet since then. There's unfortunately been some scandals with Techland. You know, they had to delay the game, but here we are. And this will be hopefully the first substantive look we've had in quite some time. So, Liana, I'm curious, as we didn't know each other back then. Did you get to play that see that 2019 demo? And then what's kind of exciting about this to you? Why are you so hyped for this?
Yeah, I did, and I got to interview the devs not too long ago, and what had me interested more is they were like, look, because we all know I like to play the same games over and over again because I have no life. But yeah, they were talking about how, in order to see the weight of all of your consequences and to see, all of the different outcomes, you really do have to play it a couple of times. Which I dig, especially with the prices of games. I want to get my money's worth. I want to be able to just keep doing it and doing the thing. And yeah, dude, okay. Real talk.
Always. Hit me with that
real talk. So I love the fact that I really do think that it's gonna do it if done correctly. Obviously we don't know how it is until it's actually here, but I feel like it could potentially do what Half-Life did for games.
Coming with some spice. Okay, I'm here for it.
Spicy, but Half-Life came up on the scene, man, and it was it changed how developers approach their games. It changed the face of FPSs. It changed the face of level design. BioShock was heavily influenced by Half-Life, which they've mentioned numerous times.
Yeah.
And I feel like the extent, because choices in games is nothing new, but the extent of the choices and the consequences from what we've seen now.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had some releases where what was delivered was very different from what was seen.
Correct. Yeah.
That's always a risk.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it matches up even 80-70% of what was shown to us during that demo, the fact that your decision could literally level the entire world, one of your choices can submerge it all underwater.
Right? Yeah.
And that's a very interactive environment. It's easy to have interactive changes on a small scale, but on a massive scale like that is technologically speaking, incredibly complicated. You're opening yourself up to bugs, to glitches, to a plethora of issues. But if they pull this off, I really do think that this could potentially change the face of the industry, much like Half-Life did. And we'll be seeing more choice-driven games in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a bold claim, and I'm here for it. I want stuff to push the industry. And for those of you who don't remember, that demo was very much, it was showcasing the world, right? But like Liana said, at the end of it, you made this choice to either flood a city or not to save people. And they've said, I believe Ryan Shea had the preview where it's if you, depending on the choices you make, you could miss half the game, right? And I want something, because I feel like, Liana, you and I are decent fans of Mass Effect. We've played it once or twice, right? I want something on that level and more of feeling like these choices actually matter, which I think people advertise, but doesn't always come through like you talked about, right? So, but I am so excited. I hope you all are as well. Chat, you guys are looking beautiful today. Shout out to Big Slice Gaming, Quantum Jet.
We got Marcus in chat.
Marcus Stewart, GI editor, baby. I hope everyone has some fun here. Chat, also let me know if any tech stuff, if you can hear us okay, if someone's louder than the other person, all that kind of fun. But I think we should be good. Sif Moonweaver says, woo, thanks for doing this. Sif, thanks for being here, my friend. We are so excited. Today is going to be a great day. We have the Dying Light 2 live stream, and then at 4 o'clock or a little bit before, we're also going to do the Sony State of Play live stream. They're doing Horizon. They're showing off Horizon Forbidden West for the first time since, I believe, June of last year. We've been waiting a while for that one. So today's going to be a very, very, very good day, and I am excited for all of it. So,
the kids say, let's go!
Let's go! Hype, 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 hype. You love it. Speaking of hype, 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 we have a new emote. So if you guys subscribe using Prime subscription, paid subscription, whatever, you get the hype emote that we've put out. And that is the first of many. We're working on some more. And Liana, you may be asking yourself, why are they talking about emotes? What's going on? Well, we are exclusively streaming to Twitch now. We made the move earlier this week, and we thought that it would just be a better visual experience for everyone. It's better for us with tools and that kind of stuff. So you can now sub, you can now cheer, you can now get those sweet, sweet emotes, and we appreciate all the support. So, and if you're a YouTube crowd person, I am too, no worries. We're gonna have all the relevant streams on the next day on Twitch. If you're familiar with that, you just have to wait a day, right? So the archive of this will be on YouTube tomorrow. The archive of the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Horizon Forbidden West stream will also be up. It's gonna be a glorious thing. So see, look at that. Rocket Party now is like hype. Let's go. Whole thing. We
gotta get those like bit things where you can like cheer. We gotta get a hydrate one because I'm bad at hydrating.
Yeah, you are. You need to hydrate more. So do I.
I say as I have coffee. It's like my fourth cup today. Espresso this morning. Yeah. It's a little hyper, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why I asked you on, because I knew you'd be hyping it up, feeling the vibe here. So. Chat, I'm excited. Leon, I'm excited. 10 seconds. This is like, it feels like we're getting into E3 now, right? It feels like we're actually gonna get some of this hype, right? And I am very excited about that.
Deserve this.
Yeah.
We deserve this, okay, guys?
All right.
We are stoked.
We're starting. Let's get it.
We are starting. Let's do this. All right.
Now run.
What do we got?
From the demo.
Yeah, this isn't new. Oh man, I hope they pull it off. If they do what I think they're gonna do, it's gonna be it's gonna be industry changing. I really do.
Hello guys, nice
put
to
my money
meet
behind
you.
that,
I'm
man.
Leah, and this is Dying to Know. If you're dying to know what's going on in the world of Dying Light 2, then you're in the right place. Here we'll be showing you all the news, the latest from the Dying Light world. We'll be announcing a few contests, we'll be talking to developers, and probably most importantly, we're going to be showing you a brand new gameplay trailer where you can see the current state of the Dying Light 2
you know that's
game.
why we're here.
There's someone here I need to introduce you to. It's Aiden Caldwell.
I'm a pilgrim, an outcast, roaming like a Japanese Ronin or
Troy
an Old
Baker?
West desperado.
No.
My past is dark.
Everybody's Troy Baker. Let's be honest.
There's a tiny, dying light at the end of this tunnel.
No, absolutely
guys.
not. But
My name is Jonah Scott, and I voice Aiden Caldwell in Dying Light 2. But before that,
I mean, if you like
I'm gonna
close
host
one
this
eye and
program with
squint the
Leia.
other, maybe.
maybe, yeah.
My pleasure. Well, I'm ready. Jonah's definitely ready. And I hope you're ready.
so if you're dying to know,
am?
just
That was
like us,
nice. That was
stick with us.
snazzy.
Yeah. Dying to know.
The story told in Dying Light 2 occurs 20 years after the events of the first game. And if you're wondering what happened in those intervening 20 years, well, there's no better person to ask than the Dying Light 2 world director, Thomas Gabao, with who I'll be talking in just a moment.
And after that, I'll be speaking with Piet Jemenic, the narrative director of the game, so about the characters that appear in Dying Light 2.
like all this.
He's got like a huggable face. Like I just want to squeeze his cheeks and be like, everything's gonna be okay.
So the first question I have for you
He's
today
like, all right,
is,
crazy
do I
lady,
need to
please
have
get your
played
answer.
Dying Light 1 to sort of understand what's happening in Dying Light 2?
No, actually, you don't. Like you mentioned
okay.
before,
That's
a
a
game
nice-
takes place some 20 years
nice piece of
later,
info.
in a world where humankind has lost the war to the virus. So,
Right.
in a way, you could say that Dying Light 2 takes us to the world beyond the apocalypse.
Intriguing. All right, tell me more, please.
Post-apocalyptic. Tell
Well,
me
you remember
more.
the events of Heron in
That has
2014.
never been done before.
Well,
folks.
after that, world leaders, they
At
had
all.
a tough choice to make.
No, I
Had
never
to
beat the
isolate
original
city
Dying
of
Light, but I
Heron.
put a good
Right.
For that, they created
20
an
hours
exclusion
into
zone.
it, 15
like
hours?
In Chernobyl,
No,
only
maybe less
a
than
lot more
that.
people were left to die inside the walls.
I like
Yeah,
really
right,
like
so they just isolated the entire city. And
This
did
one
it
looks
help?
like it's
Did
gonna
it stop
draw
the
me in.
virus?
What's up?
Yeah,
This one looks like it's gonna fit the fix what the. I don't know.
enough
Maybe it
for
was just
everybody
me, but I felt like the
least.
first one
Only in secret,
had some
a handful of
pacing
scientists
issues in the
continued to study
beginning.
the virus. You know,
Or I'm just too
manipulating its
picky. That
DNA,
was
creating
also-
new
I
strains.
mean, Marcus, if
They
I'm
were
lying,
looking
I'm
for
dying.
commercial military
Never beat it,
applications,
I
so, you know,
apologize.
they're doing it for the money, really.
Yeah, of course.
Too busy playing Mass
So
Effect.
what happened
You get-
next?
And
Well, next, the shit hit the fan. By Christmas 2021, one of these mutated strains escaped from a level 4 laboratory.
it's nice that they're doing
something
something big like this though, after
We
being
don't really know
silent for
if
so
this,
long.
if this was accidental or
And
not.
I
but,
love,
this
I
time
love
the
that they're
virus
doing
was
it more
much
produced,
faster
right?
than any government.
We've all
Before
been
could
stuck in
react,
quarantine, right?
civilization was on
And
the brink of collapse.
I'm a little
People
sick
were
of.
dying in the streets, capital
I'm
cities
excited to
were
have
burning.
like studios and
By the end
production
of
back, you know?
2023, 98% of the population
Especially
had been
us.
lost to the
I
virus.
miss everybody. I want to
Right.
There was
see
a
everybody.
few
Yeah, I
settlements
want to meet you
remaining,
in person,
but
Liana.
only one city was still standing. The last bastion of
So
mankind.
much Halo
Or city.
in our future.
aka The city.
Right, so
Let's
Villador
get
is
it.
what we have left. So that's everything that's
Hey,
happened
Star in
outside of the
chat!
city.
Hey, Star in the
What actually
house!
happens inside Villador.
What up, girl?
Well, the city
It
has
does, Matt. You
unique
don't like
rules.
scary games?
First of all, it's surrounded by seemingly impassable walls. And inside the walls,
Same.
the people
Where is it?
that decided to use a radical new weapon. against
Dust Matt in
infection,
chat. This is so
which actually
scary.
gave them the
So
upper
nope.
hand in the first stages of the
Nope, nope, nope,
pandemic, but it also created terrifying new monster archetypes. 15 years
Oof.
on, a new equilibrium sort of emerged in the city.
So this still like
Daylight,
looks
human
like
factions
rehashed
fight
from
to control
the
the city,
previous.
Yeah.
and at night the streets become the realm of these bloodthirsty, infected
I'm
monsters.
okay with as long as
Great.
you know.
Well,
we
that
see
is
what's coming up
extremely
next,
interesting.
hopefully.
Thank you very much, Thomas.
Yeah,
And we'll be
some people
hearing
didn't see
more
it
about
the first
vibrant and
time.
Fantastic city soon.
Because
I
it was
hope. But first,
because
I
they
think
showed
we
it to
need hear a
journals
little
at
bit more
E3,
about
but then they
characters.
held it for a while. Or am I making that up?
I don't think it was a long embargo.
Our
I don't
second
remember.
guest is
I don't
a
even
man
remember
of
what
two
happened last
industries,
week, so I could be
cinema
wrong.
True,
and
true.
gaming. In a previous life, he wrote the hit HBO series Vataha?
Vataha, yeah.
Vataha. And then he moved on to Techland to become a
I've never heard
narrative
of that.
director.
Is it good?
Jemenic.
Yeah,
Hi,
I have
guys.
no idea what that
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of time to talk about the rest
Diesel
of the characters
Gamer,
in Dying
what
Light 2.
up?
There,
Good
there
to
are
have
tons
you.
of them.
Good to have
But
everyone
today, I
here.
think we want to focus on Aiden
My
Caldwell, the
lurkers out there, I
protagonist.
see
You
you
wanna
too.
talk
Welcome,
more
welcome,
about him,
welcome.
Yeah, sure. So
Get my energy drink
Aiden,
stash behind me, don't
he's the
mind
member
me.
of Outcasts, you know, a group of people traveling through this dangerous world of Dying Light 2 called pilgrims, because he's looking for his
I like that they've got
relative,
factions.
the person whom he lost many,
That
many
it's not
years
just
ago.
zombies that are the
And
enemies. I
that
like
person
that.
Right, yeah.
is his only memory from the past, and the only answer to whom Aiden really is.
Aiden is a really rich, deep character, very, very much cooler than I am.
Oh, no, come on.
I mean, he can run across buildings, and jump from rooftop to rooftop, use all kinds of weapons.
He looks like
Yeah,
a
well,
dorky
you know,
Peter
he
Parker.
didn't have much choice. This world
Wait,
is
more
full of
dorky than Peter
infected,
Parker?
bloodthirsty
Is that possible?
creatures, so he
I
didn't
think he
have
could
much
be a
choice,
good
right?
Peter Parker.
The weak die, the strong survive,
Exit.
and
Yeah, there
Aiden
were,
just
but like
has
it
to be
looked well.
strong.
From what
But
it
why
looks
did he
like, from
come
what they
like
said
that?
in a previous developer
Why
update video,
he?
it looks like they're going
That's
like
the
all in on the
main
factions.
question
Like
of
they
the
really
game,
want
and
it
the
to have a
player will
huge
have,
impact
opportunity also
on the
to
story.
decide how
Actually, if you
Aiden
side with
will
one
evolve.
faction
Will
or the
he
other, you're
help the weak, will it
messing with the
distract him
entire
from his
world.
main
It's kind of
goals?
it's kind
Or
of
maybe he
insane
will
the
just
scope that
strive
they're
to
tackling here.
the end of
Yeah.
his search as soon as possible.
I can't imagine trying to survive or live in a city like that.
Yeah, the Peter
as a
Parker
lone
comp
wolf
is-
by
is
yourself without any kind
Very
of
apt.
support.
Good,
Well,
good
he's
call.
not gonna be alone.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
He will meet many people.
Insomniac,
But
I can
again,
cast your
depending on the
next
player's
game.
choices,
Let's do
Some of
this.
them will become his allies, but some of them will become his enemies. One of the group he will encounter are the Night Runners, the former special force officers
think he's
who were
who I
sick
interviewed.
of the army's
Oh, really?
cynicism and lack of
We
concern
talked about banging
for
aliens in
common
Mass
people.
Effect. Surprise.
But they were brave enough
Shocker.
to help the people during the night.
Holly
And the
Spice
night,
coming
as you
in with
know,
the
is
gifted
always
son.
Oh my
horrifying.
God, Holly.
Yeah,
Holly, I was
Aiden
wondering when
joins
you'd
them,
show
joins the
up, but I
Nightrunners.
didn't think.
Oh, that's the question,
I
my
didn't
friends.
think you'd come in
The
so
player
hard.
will
Thank
have to
you
answer
so
too.
much.
I won't spoil the pleasure of discovering.
Chat, give a
Aiden's
shout out to
actions
Holly.
and
Has been doing this
motivations,
since we
but
went
what I can
went
share
live on
with you
Twitch.
is,
Like, she is
the
incredible.
fact
Thank
that
you
we
so much.
Really put big efforts to make this
Amazing.
character and many
I
others
love our
complex
community.
and
Yeah,
multidimensional.
so good.
But there is so much more to be discovered
Alex
during the
Mannikin,
game.
what the heck?
Fascinating. Can't wait to learn more. Thank you so much, kid.
Thank you, thank you.
Shout out to Holly. Shout out to Holly indeed, man.
So before we watch the
were
gameplay
far too
trailer
generous.
of Dying Light 2 for the first time, we need to talk about something which is basically at the center of the Dying Light universe, which is
The community. Over the past few years, Dying Light has amassed
Speaking of
over
community.
23 million
Yeah.
players and a 95%
Holly,
positive
man.
review rating on
You,
Steam.
which
oh,
in Steam Talk is
you're so nice.
overwhelmingly
You're so
positive,
generous.
so
Thank you so
bravo.
much.
We'd like to take a few seconds and thank you guys.
Thank you all for being on this journey with us. Thank you for sharing your love with others of Dying Light. And
Gameplay,
thank you for these great
though.
moments spent together.
Yeah.
Dying Light 1 has some amazingly creative fans, which is fantastic, pardon the pun, because we're going to be starting a brand new contest which will combine your love of Dying Light with that same creativity.
With the release date of Dying Light 2 drawing ever
I
closer,
like that she snuck a
we'd
pun
like to
in there.
extend our
That's my
hand and
people.
invite you to make the
That's
community
good,
a
yeah.
little bit bigger.
That's very
If you
punny.
find yourself skilled in the ways of visual arts, writing, or costumes and cosplay,
I love this.
please
I wish I was
join the Dying Light universe.
talented enough
So
to
check out
do fan art
dyinglightgame.com
and that kind of stuff.
/contest. And if you
gosh,
win,
same.
there's a fantastic
I'm like
monetary
torn
prize
because
on
like
the line.
I want to
But also, there's
watch,
some other great
but at
rewards
the
you could
same
be in the
time, I'm
chances of
so
winning as
excited.
well.
I just want to talk about how
Platinum
excited
edition
we
of Dying
are.
Light.
Right? Yeah.
It's a balance, folks.
Right?
Look at this.
Yeah. It's a
This is
tightrope.
the finest
Tightrope
edition
walk,
of Dying Light
tightrope walking.
ever made. This
Yep.
is the platinum edition
Walker?
of
That's
Dying
a zombie
Light.
reference.
It has
That
every bit of
works?
content
Oh,
ever
yeah.
released
That's
for
good.
Dying Light in one place. It's massive. I mean, look
That's
at it.
our lost
For those
art,
of you who
Holly.
haven't experienced Dying Light yet, we are introducing
Also, guys, if you guys are
Dying Light
interested in the
1
platinum that they're
Edition.
talking about right
It's
now,
the
we actually
biggest
have
and
that
most
up on the
complete
site. I went up
edition
this
to have
morning.
ever existed.
And we're offering it to you now at
in
an
there.
historically
Livingroom.com, plug, 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 plug.
content, lowest price.
Literally no better time to buy than now, and you can get it on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Get your platinum edition of Dying Light now. This is the best offer, like, ever. I guess
do
we
it.
don't have time to go over
Just
everything
do
that's
it.
in the platinum edition, but it
What is odd
everything.
though is like you
This
have
is how
to
it
be a
looks.
PlayStation Plus subscriber to buy it from PlayStation.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know if that changed, but Techland talked about that earlier.
Huh.
Maybe it's changed, but if not, that's kind of a little odd.
Yeah. I feel
Maybe
like
somebody
that's,
could verify.
yeah, that's like putting it behind a whole paywall that some people don't have. You know, obviously other benefits to PlayStation Plus, right? But it seems like that seems like a weird choice. But anyways, I mean, man, maybe this is when I go back and finish that off. It looks like Kratos' axe. Dive back in and finish this off, maybe. Because I had to like replay it in the last year or two to like for some capture or some sort of content that we were
Okay,
thinking
so
about
I'm
doing,
excited
but,
because you guys are in just a
yeah,
second
maybe.
going to see the
I
official
would because they said that
gameplay
they
trailer
reference
for Dying Light 2.
or
And
the
then
first
after that,
protagonist
we're
isn't going to
interview
be in
some of
this
the devs
one,
that made
but
it possible.
they reference what
So,
happens in the
without
first
further
game
ado,
a lot,
here
sure.
including what
it is.
happens to the protag.
Cool. All right.
Hey
here we
everyone.
go. Let's go.
We've
Let's
been
go.
quiet for some time.
Hype, 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 hype.
Since, like the rest of the world, we had some unforeseen hurdles to clear.
Some emotes in chat,
But the wait is
guys.
over.
Let's do it.
Let's dive into the open
Kick
world.
us off because I got
Dying
cat.
Light 2.
Oh, we'll do. Is that Todd Howard? Do I have Todd Howard on my emotes?
I hope so.
The last slice of Dying Light 2.
I have an
showcased the
emote
mission
of me in
from
a
the main
trash can.
storyline.
That's special.
That's incredible.
You saw how your decisions influenced the narrative and notably changed the environment.
Yeah, Holly.
This time, we want to give you a broader look at the game and a sneak peek at some of the things we'll be talking about in upcoming months.
Alrighty, let's get it.
Let's go!
Dying Light 2, you become Aiden Caldwell, an outsider trying to unravel a tangled mystery from his past. Its trail leads him to the city, probably the last bastion of mankind in the world.
Shit!
At first, you feel like this intense,
I too just randomly punched
place will
zombies in the
tear you
face.
apart. But then you meet the Night Runners.
This is fine.
Survivors who help people in better days.
By the way, I'm Hakon.
Is that?
You were a night runner. You used to help.
Who was it?
That's not.
Night Runners
Oh,
are
it looked like
Finish.
Littlefinger from Game of Thrones for a second. I was like,
And although it's not
What?
entirely
Surprise,
clear
plot
you can
twist,
trust
Game of
them,
Thrones crossover.
it's dark.
Does kind of look like him a little bit.
a little bit.
Dash.
And these are the modern Dark Ages. It's been 15 years
Is
since
it
the
weird that I
apocalypse
can't look
and
at
the
footage
world
like this
has
and just
changed.
help but to think that it just
The
smells
old
really bad
civilization
there?
has fallen,
No, it probably stinks
but
like
a new one
booty.
has been built on its
Like
ashes.
booty and burning flesh.
Sweaty, burning booty.
People
Ugh.
fight
Ew.
desperately for scarce
Delicious.
resources. Rules are broken, and weakness is punished.
She's innocent.
Three
Yikes.
factions struggle.
Holy
for position in
crap.
the city. Survivors pride themselves on being able to adapt to any circumstances and cobble together safe zones almost everywhere. Peacekeepers, loyal soldiers who want to impose their version of law and order and trample all in their path. Renegades, ex-prisoners serving their ruthless colonel, seeking to become sole rulers of the city.
Where?
Marcus says that was just a haircut. Okay, good. I was worried they chopped her head off.
Make him token.
A little bit off the top. It's fine.
Use these factions to reach your goal. Help
Interesting.
or
Okay.
harm them to reshape the city to your liking. Just remember, each faction contains complex characters.
God.
Nosy
See, this is
bird,
gonna
right here.
terrify me because I'm gonna be second guessing my choices the entire
Literally
time.
everything. Yeah.
So, will you follow cold
Wait, Should
calculation
we call him Parker?
or your heart?
My Peter Parker fantasy is coming to life.
True.
You'll find a home here.
Some in the city offer no chance for an alliance. Bandits, outlaws, and
Yeah,
common
Ribbit.
thugs live only to plunder
fun
and
name
kill,
to say.
plunging the
Ribbit.
streets into chaos.
Ribbit.
Yet, nightfall scares all of them equally. Darkness changes the rules of the world. As the light fails, monsters crawl out of hiding to prey on the poor souls caught outside the safety of UV rays. Hordes of infected pour into the streets like decaying lava.
Sif Moon Reaver,
The deadly
good call. He
spawn
said the
of
combat
15
system
years
was
of
great in the first
mutation
game. Pretty
and
excited to see how they
evolution.
expand it. Yeah, I'm too. Yeah,
Your only escape? Exploit the city's verticality and flee to the roofs.
I just, yeah,
Even
the
there,
mirror's
you are
edge
never safe
aspect
from
of this
swift
is
and
always so
deadly
good.
virals.
The most too. Everybody loved like the gunplay and stuff and like the melee.
Greater threat.
There was a delay that kind of was stuck in my head. But like the parkour aspect of this is like
Yet
right
night
up my
brings
alley. Like
opportunity
I
as
want to
well.
just scale everything.
Yeah.
Assassin's
It's rife
Creed
with
it.
infected during the day. Now
Yeah, not
light
that
empty.
it was floaty, but yeah, I'd like them to like
To explore
solidify
them,
the
you
gunplay
must
a little
tread
bit.
carefully.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
But those brave enough to face the terrors
Ollie
of the
says
night can
co-op
move
was
a
hype in
jackpot.
one. I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever did co-op.
Sounds like our next stream idea. Let's go up.
Let's do it.
I don't even remember much from the first game. So it will be like a brand new experience.
Luckily, you have all the tools you need to survive.
Oh my gosh, it's like giving me anxiety.
Your extraordinary parkour
Oh,
skills allow you
nice.
to navigate even the most treacherous
Yeah,
terrain.
girl. This is definitely gonna be a game I'm just gonna explore and
Oh yeah.
take my time.
I'm curious in this post
On the
Witcher
roof,
3
you can count on
world
your
how
parkour
meaningful they make the
acrobatics to
side
save
actions
your
and
life.
whatnot. Oh,
But
kid.
often, you'll have to face
Messed
your
up.
enemies head on. And then you have to be smart, resourceful,
Oh my god.
Is the ledge pull never not
and
satisfying?
determined.
Which
No,
may
it's-
sound a little demented.
We've
Oh, I thought he was gonna snap his neck. I was like, please don't.
I was worried for you for a second.
A big movie is fun, satisfying, and
Woo!
well executed.
We got death claws.
But
We
even
got
the most
death
brutal
claws.
fights can be tactical as well. You have
A
multiple
Fallout
ways to hone
crossover
your skills
confirmed. You
toward
heard it
the
here
gameplay
first,
style that
folks.
suits you best.
Oh, I
It's
wanna.
up to you if you focus mostly on mobility and parkour,
I'm gonna use guns at all. I'm just gonna
Blunt force
kick people's
combat.
faces in. That was
or
epic.
Yeah.
crafty approach where the tools you've created get the job done.
Dude.
Every ability
spear?
you learn
That's a
can
nice
be a
touch.
game changer and possibly a new
Chad, you
favorite
couldn't tell I have a thing with neck snapping, so excuse the flinching.
Things move fast and quick
Yo,
in
I'm just
Dying
gonna
Light 2.
stomp faces
Each
in,
moment
just
matters.
curb stomp
Each
everybody.
move could mean triumph or defeat. Choose your
Okay.
actions and friends
She's
carefully.
bad shit.
Yeah.
Everything you do in the city
I don't know who
can
you are,
shape
but
the
I already
gameplay
love you.
environment, change the course of the narrative, and decide the fate of
Kung
the
Fu
city's
and
residents.
spears.
But
Yes.
most importantly, you decide your own fate as well.
I can't not
Make
see
sure
little finger
to stay
anymore.
human.
Sorry for breaking the glass on that one.
An
Yes.
extensive post-apocalyptic world. And I really
Okay.
like that divisiveness, you know?
Inject this
life on the
into
roof
my
and then
veins.
death on the streets.
Yeah, like the intensity of the day and the night cycle together.
Yeah, it's almost like Dying Light 2
Yes,
is
I
two
just
different
want
games
that
put together in
OP
one.
drop
Yeah, but
kick.
despite that, despite all the brutality
Yes.
going on the ground floor, there's something about like the rooftops and the plants and
It's
stuff.
I just want to watch
Yeah, I
stream where
kinda
you just do
kinda
that
wanna
punched
be
off.
there.
Challenge
But it does feel
accepted,
like
exit.
every
We will
decision is
do it.
vital. Like your choices actually do have some
We are here for the
Choices
chaotic
and consequences
energy.
are incredibly vital to Dying Light 2's gameplay. And we're going to interview some devs and talk about some other very vital gameplay mechanics.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. And then
Our
Holly,
next guest is Adrian Pizza.
you gift our own Marcus Stewart with the sub.
Welcome.
Thank
and
you
that
so
gameplay
much.
looked awesome. I know we can't wait to get our hands on it. But
Sweetest
congrats.
angel.
Sure. It looks like you guys
Facts.
have a
Give
very
us Pharaoh
unique
rockets,
world and a very
100%.
unique
Just
game.
add
Where do you
Pharaoh
get your
into
inspiration
to
from?
Dying Light
Oh,
2.
that was a research. We did a deep dive into the history of our world, and we found repetitive
We
patterns.
definitely will
found
be,
that
Dust
people
Map.
use the same behaviors
100%.
in the past after the fall of civilization or after the fall of the nation that's supposed to be a backbone of our world. So our approach was super simple. We just copycat those behaviors and attitudes and show you how our world would look like after the fall. However, it's kind of obvious that the main reason that civilization fall is virus pandemic or eventually the economical collapse. Yeah, that's basically obvious thing.
People didn't
But
wear
it's even
masks.
darker if you connect
This is the
those
result, see?
things with the
Wear
research
a
we did
mask.
at the beginning of the production. So people will question everything. They're gonna blame everything and everyone that's supposed to
Barf, you
guide
should. They
us
did.
in our
They announced
lives
the
every
Platinum
day.
Edition that
So
includes
they're gonna
all the
blame
DLC
governments, they're
and
gonna
skins
blame
and weapons
law,
and
they're gonna
everything.
blame
It's a good time to
science,
play.
or
It's
even
half off on
religion.
Xbox right now
Some
too.
people
like
might
25
might
bucks,
ask
right?
themselves that where was
Yeah.
God?
I mean, that's
when
a
it
lot.
happened
That's
to
a lot
us,
of content for a
basically, you know?
little
So
price.
I feel that all of those things together creates the sensation that it's a giant
Marcus, did
step
you play all the
backward for our
DLC and
civilization.
whatnot?
So, Dying Light 2 has a subtitle, Stay
Bartholomew
Human.
says
What
25
does that
on Steam
mean?
as well.
Well, it's super hard
Nice.
to remember those.
Can somebody
values
check?
that
When I
makes
checked
us
earlier on
human, so,
PlayStation,
like
it was the full
compassion
price,
or-
which was
or
99.
support.
Which,
So
in retrospect, I understand
the
is
entire
25 is
fall
not
with
half
those
off the
dark times we
99.
have is a big test for.
This is
for
why I'm
everyone. And
writer.
I think it's even harder test because to stay human, people would sacrifice what's the most important for them, or sometimes risk their lives.
Wow, so that's like really intense, and there's like the obvious like double meaning.
Bro,
to it, which
I'm the
is what I
same
was
way,
thinking.
Marcus.
Stay human, don't
I am
become
not
a
great
zombie.
at playing
Yeah, but
DLC
one
unless it's like
disclaimer, those are
multiplayer
not
maps.
zombies, you know,
Oh.
those are infected people that turn to be a monster.
Oh.
They're just crossing the
Okay,
line.
he was like
you know,
really
and they're
adamant
turning
about
to
not
be a
calling them zombies.
monster,
Okay.
you know? Because in Dying Light we all infected.
Touché, good
Yeah,
sir.
we all wearing this biomarker. You know it, and
yeah.
you're wearing this. I'm wearing this. That's a watch actually, but you know that. You know, so that's the thing. So the challenge is to not cross this line at all costs. So that's the biggest challenge of staying human in this meaning.
You see, yeah, not zombies.
Not zombies.
Not zombies.
Not
People have crossed the
zombies.
line.
I feel like
All right, well, fascinating. Thank you so
Us
much, Adrian. We're
2020
definitely
and
gonna
the
be hearing from you again
pandemic.
soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
is gonna make us appreciate this human dynamic even more because we've kind of seen
We have
how
with us
society
Katarzyna
kind of turns on
Tarnowska,
each
the
other and
environmental art director.
maskers versus
And we have game
anti-maskers.
designer
This got
Michał
really
Budak.
vicious sometimes, and I feel like that's gonna help this faction dynamic a
So
lot.
choices
sure.
and consequences.
we're gonna
the
see
player has to make a choice, and
Kind of
they
the
have to
hatefulness and be like,
experience or
is
endure
this really
the
fiction at this
consequences.
point? You know what I
does that
mean? Like, I think this could be interesting.
Basically,
Yeah.
the whole
I
system
hate
of
that
choices and
everything you said is
consequences
true
is
there.
really, really complex.
Yikes, but yeah, I
would
think
say
you're
the
100%.
best way to
100%
describe it
spot
is
on.
that player is making the decisions
Would
based
be
on
interesting
3 layers.
how
First
like
one are the choices that
infection,
you do
zombie,
during the main
pandemic
story
media
missions.
goes forward here because
Though
obviously there is
those
a
big
market,
changes
like you
are
know,
actually
and
can
there
change
was
the whole
people who
game
enjoy that kind of
or
content.
even how the story ends. The second layer are choices that you do while
Exit
quests.
Dust says I
And
don't
those
see
choices
Platinum
can
Edition on
actually,
Steam at all.
influence the mission itself.
Probably after the
The
stream.
last one, the last
I guess I
layer
don't
is
know.
Might be after
so-called
the stream.
city
When we had the
alignment
article
system.
go up this
And I,
morning,
as
it
a
wasn't on Steam. It
open-world
was
game
just on
designer,
PlayStation
would like
and
to focus on.
Xbox.
Please do, go on.
But
Right, so
Techland
water and electricity are
representative
basically
did
key
tell us that
survive
it was
in
going
every
live here
world.
shortly.
By restoring it, player cannot not only unlock the water or
Which is good,
electricity
'cause
in
I
the
wanna
area,
check it out.
but he can also, based on his decision, assign it to one of the factions, which will influence how the
Agreed,
district
Quantum.
looks like
Unfortunately,
or who's gonna
agreed.
live inside of it. But it also, what is pretty more important for a player, unlock new tools for him. Like unique tools for each faction.
I must have Spider-Man in the brain because he looks like Peter Parker to me too.
Player can use
You
in
should go like
exploration
watch
to deal
like
with
Amazing
bandits
Spider-Man or something
infected,
like that.
or simply to move
Apparently,
faster
I've
to
got
the
my
city.
weekend plan set because
So
that's all I can
basically,
think.
based on your choices, you shape the game environment, which gives you
What do you guys
a
think,
different
chat?
experience every
You like
time
it so
start a
far
new
of what
game.
you're seeing?
Yeah,
And
I'm curious what everyone.
What is worth mentioning here that Dying Light 2 is
I like
playable
that it's
up to
like
4 co-op
just
players.
progressive
so you can hold the
gameplay.
game
It's not
or
like
join
quite
other
as
players
spliced up to
and
be
see how their
cinematic.
choices came
It
up
obviously
differently
is
to your
spliced a
own.
little bit, but I want to see how it organically progresses.
One thing I'm really curious about,
That's what I'm interested in.
night versus day. How does the gameplay differ from the night and the day?
Well, the short answer is that day is for humans,
Think
and night is for the
Candace?
monsters. But to describe it a little bit better, I would say that
Pandas
during
with
the
bombs.
day,
Shout out, Panda. I haven't
humans,
seen you in a second. How you doing?
factions, bandits or survivors scavenging
Yeah,
the city and searching for some scraps or someone
Hope
who
you're
might
doing
have
well.
them.
Hope everyone's
And this
doing
is the
well.
best time for a
If
player
you're just
to
joining us,
explore the
welcome.
city,
We're watching the
meet
Dying Light
its
2
citizens,
live
learn the
streams, showing off some
stories,
gameplay,
day-to-day
talking
agenda,
over the
or
developers,
even
talking
simply
about
help
the
them
game.
in a quest or
But,
open world activities to
so far,
survive
so good.
those dark ages.
Yeah, and that
That's
sounds
why I
great,
can't do these
Saturn.
watch-alongs.
But
I
I'm
can't shut up
guessing
long.
night changes everything.
Exactly, exactly.
Just
During
too
the night, all the
excited,
infected
man.
get out of the buildings. And compared to the Dying Light
Holly,
1, the
this
night
is
is
too.
going to be
I
even more
can't.
intense. This time.
Our streams are just going to be
Tens and
us
times of the
thanking you
amount
this
of
entire
enemies,
time. Holly's
their
gifted
new
another
types
sub. You
and
are being
new,
far
more
too
aggressive
generous.
behaviors.
We appreciate
And what
you
is
so much.
important, this time, night can mean also
We gotta do a video of clipping every time everybody thinks Holly. 'cause
Holly,
she's
Holly,
amazing.
Holly, 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 Holly.
enough to use the fact that all the infected are outside and buildings
For
are
anybody just
accessible
joining, we got to see
explore
some
them and
epic
search
like
for
drop
the
kick
most valuable
action,
loot in
like
the game.
Katarzyna, you're
jumping high and
responsible
just
for the
smashing somebody's
post-apocalyptic
face in. It was
look of
awesome.
the city. Can you tell us a little bit how
I don't know what that says
the
about
city
me, but you know,
became
whatever.
to look that way?
We have a
Yes,
lot
I
of
guess
pent-up
the important
stuff.
thing to realize
That's what we
is
have.
in 2025,
Intrudo.
decision was made to use a chemical attack to stop the spread of the Haran
I like how they
virus.
all look
And the
badass, like
result
leather
is a
jackets,
tight
black
ring of
cloaks.
chemically active
They're
areas
ready.
around
Oh
the
yeah, the
city.
monochromatic look
Some of
is
the
looking tight.
chemicals have gotten into the groundwater and spread
Candace,
under
that's not
the
a
surface,
disappointment. That just
killing
means you get to
every
experience it for
living
the first
plant
time, and I am
every
incredibly
living
jealous.
thing in its reach.
And
What
also
it
I'm here
means
to
for the city is
Yeah.
that the street levels are virtually dead. The soil is
like music to my
unable
ears.
sustain
Right.
any life, any plant, and the street level is a domain of the monsters, just decaying in every aspect.
Wow. So it sounds like there's just no healthy organic life down
Silver
there.
Fox
Not really.
says, is the stream pausing
survival on
randomly
the
for
street
anyone
level
else?
is
Let me
pretty
know.
tough,
It
so
looks
the common
good on
people
my
are
end.
just visitors
On
there.
my end,
But
too.
the life
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
help. It moved up to the
But if
rooftops.
we're stuttering for
And
anyone else,
this
let us
is
know.
where the plants are flourishing
Some
and
Twitch
blooming
can be
in
finicky
the,
sometimes.
in the
You may have to bring it down to
post-apocalyptic
720p.
landscape, and this is where people build
just-
and
it's a
develop
weird buffering
the
thing.
new world of Dying Light 2. Electricity producing windmills and save zones.
Hannah,
for the
no,
player.
get the
And
Legendary
in a
Edition,
way,
please.
In a metaphorical sense,
That's because 34 playthroughs,
rooftops are
believe me when I
the
say that the
default
Legendary Edition
ground
is the
floor,
best
the
way to
level
play.
zero,
Best boy.
And trip to the
Best
streets
boy. And you'll get all the
is,
DLC,
in a way,
which
a
is...
trip underground, a -1 of sorts, just a corpse of a lost civilization.
intense.
Yeah, that's to say the least. I can't imagine being a citizen living in that city, let
Wait,
alone
so
being a
if the
player,
two people I think
how
look like Peter
challenging
Parker are
that's gonna
talking
be.
right
Yeah,
now, is
and hold that
they're going to
thought.
be like a
Thank you
battle
very
to the
much for
death of
joining us
Peter
today,
Parker?
but it's
It's
now
probably
time
gonna
to
be like a
introduce our
multiverse type
next
of thing.
guests.
Also, she looks, it's bothering me. Oh,
With us now are
she kind of
Bartosz
looks like
and
Cindy
Peter.
Goodman.
And guys,
a little
I have
bit
one
over
question
IGN Daily
about the
Fix
open
House.
world in Dying
It
Light
was
2.
bothering me
How
for a
big is it?
while. Who she kind of looked
Pretty
like.
big. Goodman, not
We know
Sydney
that.
Badman. I hate those comments. Every time I saw those comments, I cringed so hard.
divided into 2 huge regions.
Everybody
and
messages
several
her though. All the
zones.
comments now on
There are
IGN are just
plenty
like, "Where's Sydney
leftovers
Goodman?
from
We
the
didn't
lost
mean
civilization for you to
Batman."
discover. But we didn't want our players to perceive the map only horizontally, so we see the map as a multi-level
thank
3D
you. That's
world
very kind.
that supports your traversal and helps you solve
But I am on
parkour
this week,
puzzles.
so
Yes,
new
it
episode of the
helps
GI show is
recalling
out
multiplayer
now. If you guys
open
want to go
world
check it out,
exploration.
it is a
And
really good one this week. We had a lot of wacky
Light 1,
fun.
we remove every restriction from the player. You can move everywhere you want, how you want to do it. And when I think about
Hey,
it,
exit
I think
happens
that
to the
was
best
a
of
big
us, don't you
challenge
worry.
for us to create the geometry that supports all of that. And we did it, and I think we did it well. Doing the
Good
same
call, Panda,
thing
good call.
in Dying Light 2 wasn't our goal. We want to make one or more step forward to surprise the player expectation. That's why we doubled the number of parkour moves.
Doubled, and I mean, it's not like there was a
Doubled the amount
shortage
of
in
parkour.
Dying Light
Yeah.
1, so what?
Yes, the iconic Dying Light 1 parkour is essential there. We improve it. We double the number of parkour moves. The players will see over 3,000
Love it.
different parkour animations.
Wow.
From the
Wow.
basic move, through the tricks, to the small little tasty details there that you can see.
I like tasty
Okay, well,
details. Big
unfortunately,
fan
I'm
of
going to have
that.
to stop you there, but don't hate me because in the next episode, we're going to be talking more about parkour and how the team has managed to make
Interesting. So
an
are they-
authentic
Now,
urban
bear
running
with me, chat, for a
experience in
second, but are
Dying
they
Light 2.
going to take
Thank
a
you guys so
cyberpunk
much for the
approach where they
information,
do like a
Bartosz, Peter, it's been a pleasure.
monthly
Thank
like
you.
Thank you very
info
much.
drop? It seems like. I guess that would make sense why they've named it Dying to
Okay,
Know.
so the last and arguably the most important question I'm sure you have is when is the release date?
Yeah, that is a very
Oh.
very important question.
And luckily, we have the answer. And that
Wow.
answer is the 7th of December.
There it is!
Waited years to
This
say that out
year!
loud.
No
And
way.
now that we know
Wow.
the release date of the game, it's time for you to go pre-order it. Go to dyinglight.com/pre-order.
Wow. I thought no chance it
Select
would
your
hit this year.
platform, and then
Not
hit
a chance
pre-order.
did I think
There
this
you
was
go.
coming out this year.
Congratulations. You just pre-ordered one of the most anticipated games of this year.
Thanks,
Go
Pete.
you.
Wow. Chad, let's get that hype train going. Like this year?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I'm unmuted now.
Good news for you then, because this official figurine is part
Look
of
at
the
that.
collector's
Oh,
edition
wow.
of Dying Light 2.
All right, I
and
may
you
have
can get
another
one for yourself
collector's
if you
edition I
want.
have to buy.
We'll leave like a proper
Look at that
unboxing of
thing.
the whole set to the professionals.
Yeah,
But we do have
buying
it all in front of us right now, so it'd be rude not to take a look.
Holly Spice
You
says,
get in the
best
collector's
Christmas
edition
ever.
a concept art
Yeah.
book
So,
full of
Alex?
stunning
Yes.
artwork from the game. You
Christmas
get this
co-op
steel
stream?
book, which will have your
Oh,
game
Merry
inside
Christmas
it, of
to
course.
all.
And you get this
And to
interesting
all
little
nightmares
sort of
because
UV
zombies,
flashlight,
you know?
so,
I
yeah.
think we
Cool.
can
There's
make
like all
something
sorts of
work.
vanity
Yeah.
elements in here too, like some legendary
Monsters,
skin
'cause
packs,
we're
as well as all
fancy.
sorts
We
of
don't
digital
do
elements.
zombies
No
here.
More
We do
information on
No
this digital-
zombos. Yeah, zombos
please
are played
visit the
out.
pre-order
Infected
website.
are
I
where
want
it's
this.
at.
And I want Dying Light 2.
Kind of thought you'd say that. But if you're
December
feeling
7th.
the same way, then I've got good news because you can pre-order the collector's edition. However, it is very, very limited, so you'll have to be
happening
very
over there?
quick.
I'm so excited!
Edition for your
Yes,
standard
I love
gamer.
it.
But if you're into
I just
special
wanna
editions,
play this
there is
game
a deluxe
injected into
edition
my
of Dying Light 2,
veins.
Yeah.
Steelbook, legendary pack, and a digital soundtrack, and much, much more.
So to summarize, that's 3
Oh,
different
man.
editions that you can buy depending on what you're after.
I'm curious on how much the collector's edition is.
And if you just can't wait until release to get immersed in the world of Dying Light 2, then why don't you go check out the Techland Gamers and Goodies website for more info.
Yeah, this is a program for
I
all
want those
gamers.
UV
Whether or not
flashlights
you
from
want
GameStop.
updates on Dying Light 2,
I mean, are they any
news,
good?
or you want Dying Light 2 items in Dying Light
Oh,
1. Everyone's
mode
going
is
to
so
find something
cute.
they like there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, and this is just an initial offering as well. Check back later for even more details, more information, and we'll be going through it in future episodes as well.
That's beautiful.
Cool. Wow. Yeah,
That's it. Don't forget to pre-order
not
the game and
expect,
take part in our
this year.
contest. The details are on the game's website.
so
And
that
here's a
is very
sneak peek
exciting.
at the topic of the next episode. Thank you for watching. Stay
I'm
safe out there. Bye. See ya.
excited, dude.
Yeah. Just
Do
gonna
it.
put this up real quick here.
We're not zombies. I'm here for it.
I thought you said more hot zombies for a second. I was like, what?
You know, I do like to bang aliens. I haven't reached the thirstydom of wanting to bang zombies yet, but
We're not there yet. Yeah.
I did want to bang Valentine from Fallout 4, so maybe that's not saying much because he's basically a zombie.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move us over here, chat. Forgive me for 1 second while I mess up the cams. But it'll be well worth the wait, I promise, because then you're gonna see our beautiful mugs here. 1 sec.
You can see my forehead.
Yeah.
What up? Dares and synth. Dude, I still have not been able to forgive Bethesda for not letting me bang Nick Valentine. I'm just saying, like, that was a missed opportunity. Obviously, we want it. You let us bang the other one, who is also rotting. So, like, I'm just saying.
Liana, I'm sorry for your loss there. It sounds like you went through a lot.
Trauma. It's trauma, I'm telling you. I think the best romance from that, though, was Gilda Brosco. I don't know if anybody played Fallout 4 like extensively, but Gilda was basically a robot with a brain at the top, and then she had like, this like sunflower hat, and it was
glorious.
Yeah. It was glorious. It was beautiful.
All right, chat. Welcome to the Dying Light 2 post show. We're just gonna chat a little bit about what we saw. I think we're still good time wise. Yes, we are. So the first look in a long time, right? Since 2019, I think they said, of that E3 demo. And Liana, I guess let's start with you. What do you think from what you saw? More hype, less hype? Like, where are you at right now?
Hype. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna twist my camera so you can see beautiful baby Yoda and not my stash of energy drinks. I don't need you guys to know what slob I am. But yeah, like, guys, like, seriously, like, I don't know. You guys are just coming into chat. We were talking about this earlier. Is I really do think, you know, how Half-Life changed the industry. It changed how developers approach game design, level design. But we would not have BioShock as we know it if we didn't have Half-Life. And I really feel like that this is going to have that same level of impact if it matches the vision. Now, Cyberpunk has shown us that not always the final product is what it was advertised. So I could be totally wrong, but
the potential is there.
The potential is there.
Right?
So no,
yeah.
But yeah, I think if it matches up the vision, the choice in games is nothing new. What's revolutionary here is how involved that choice is. Like, it doesn't just impact the lives and deaths of these characters. Your choices could completely change the entire face of the universe within this game. And that level of interactivity of an environment on a drop of a dime decision is insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's so impressive. And I mean, I'm honestly shocked it's coming this year, and I hope they're ready for that. I hope that it's not them rushing because, you know, all of the headlines about studio culture and crunch and, you know, I hope that's not them trying to save face somehow, because we all saw how that
worked with Cyberpunk. Yeah.
I hate to keep referencing Cyberpunk, but I really do feel like that game is a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
You know, consumers were lied to, press was lied to, and you didn't have to, because I feel like even with how it is, if it didn't have that expectation, it would have done really well.
For sure.
I think so.
Yeah. I think, I'm looking at this, like, and bear with me, I know we're not a sports channel, right? But like, I look at this like how you look at a number one pick, right? Like, they're not going to be LeBron James overnight, but the potential is there to be something great. And I think we have to wait and see, right? You know, they did promise we're going to get more information as time comes, but I think this was a really great reintroduction to what this game is, right? And I think it was smart. You pull people in by showing some of that footage they already know, right? And give us a good look at what they've been working on and what they're honing in on. I don't think this is like, I'm not like sweating and like blown away like I was when I first saw that first demo, right? But like, I don't think it needed to be that to get me to go like, okay, that's right. Now I'm remembering that demo. Now I'm remembering what they've promised, right? And that has me excited. And like I said, no expectation at all that this was going to hit this year. I know it's been in development for a long time. Like, you can imagine that, and we don't know until we talk to the devs, right? But like, they may have hit at the right time with COVID for them, because I know, like, talking to, like, Naughty Dog, right, when they were putting Last of Us 2 out, they were like, well, we had a lot of that principal production already taken care of when COVID hit. So hopefully they were in a similar boat. But I'm with you, Liana. Like, please don't rush this out. Like, if it's not December 7th, that's fine. Like, it's at least getting to a point now where within the next year, but like, if they can hit that, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You know what I'm saying?
Holly jolly jolly.
Holly
No, I mean,
jolly.
I agree with it. Like, I feel like, okay, I really do. I feel like right now, because, okay, the line between developers, studios, and the consumer is thinner than it's ever been before. Studios are inviting gamers into their Discords. Obviously, Twitter's instant access, forums. Right now, that consumer is so like dangerously close, and that is a double-edged sword. It's really cool in some aspects. It's also really dangerous, because if you're listening too much to fan feedback and you lose your vision, which is something that we have an interview up on the site right now, plug, of where we interviewed the creative director of ESO, and he said the reason and he was very honest. He was like, the reason it was such a cluster was the fact that we were trying to listen to too many sides of the spectrum and trying to make everybody happy. Yeah. And he said, he was like, I made a bad call and our game did not have an identity. And that's kind of the risk you run when you put too much into the community and lose yourself a little bit. So what they need to do here is they need to do what they have. They've got the monthly videos of like, here's a developer update. And they just need to be very transparent. If something changes, if it looks like something's going to go wrong, say it.
And I think, we're so immersed in Twitter, right? Especially in game culture in the industry, right? Like, Twitter is king, and not in a good way sometimes. And I think if you can get over, it's easier said than done, right? I'm not a developer. I can't imagine the stress they're going through. But if you can get through that initial wave of disappointment on social when you delay a game, like, it's worth it, because those fans in Discord, right, are going to be more thankful and more appreciative when you release a game that you were hoping to make. And it's only fair to the devs too, right? So I would like to say thank you, Funkmeister 4. I love Meister 4. Thank you for the sub. We appreciate you. Let's go indeed. Chat, I'm curious how you guys are feeling about what you saw. Like I said, I'm excited. Like, the scope, I want to see more of a substantive look, right? To see more of like how those changes happen, but also too, like, I don't know, I kind of want the surprise to be there too when I actually boot it up on December 7th. So, and that collector's edition,
I'm getting the collector. I'm about that.
Spicy.
I mean, I'm sure you can't tell that I like collecting things at all.
One or two collector's editions in there. Yeah. Collector's editions are always, for me, it's hit or miss, because it's like, is it super, like, is the statue well designed? Is it heavy? You know what I mean? Is it made well? I'm not sure.
I hate when they make it look like a statue, but it's actually just plastic. Like I forgot which one it was. I want to say it was a Final Fantasy game where it looked like it was polyresin, which is, or polystone, which is a really common, material when you're making a high quality statue. And then I got it and it was just like this cheap plastic. I was like, no, why would you do this to me?
Why do you hate me so much? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's even that bad with pre-orders. I know there's a big thing of never pre-order. Honestly, if it's a collector's edition, you kind of have to, because stock is limited.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't restock.
Yeah. Once it's gone, it's done.
But in this digital age, you really don't need a pre-order or anything unless you want the bonus content, and even that, it's cosmetic.
For sure. Panda says, Dying Light 2 is a definite buy for me because I enjoyed the first one so much. I was too focused on you guys when I joined the chat to watch what they showed. Alex is just too dreamy. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're too, here you go. There's a little chest hair for you. That's just for you.
Get on your inner Varicon. I'm not mad at it. All right.
Yeah. K-Star, Big Al, breaking hearts. You know it. And Quantum points out, it'll have issues, and open world games have issues. Like, that's the nature of a beast when you create something so massive. Like, it's impossible to bug test literally everything. But I think, look at something like Fallout, right? It had bugs. It always has bugs, right? But like, does it ruin your enjoyment of the experience? I think some of the bugs in like Skyrim made it better. You know, when your horse like goes flying or something like that. Like even like we played it Skyrim on replay, right? And I got shot into the sky after a troll killed me, and like that's a memorable thing. But it's like, is it game breaking like it is for some titles, right? Is it to the point where it's like, oh, this just feels like just, you know, like this needed another 6 months in QA? Like, you know, that remains to be seen. And you could be right, that could be the problem. But
like the big head shepherd glitch in Mass Effect 2. Here's the thing too, and this is something that, one, to adjust your point about it's going to have issues. We had mentioned this earlier. Techland, what Techland is doing is a first. If they're doing what they're claiming to do, they're doing something that has never been done in gaming history. To change based off a choice on a fundamental environmental level has never been done to this scale. So yes, there are absolutely going to be issues at launch. There's probably going to be major issues the first 6 months. I would not put that past it.
Yeah.
That being said, I think too, a lot of the issues is why people are getting cause upset is in recent years, and I could be wrong. This is not me telling you anything, so please don't take it that way. But it's, you know, we manage the communities of Game Informer. I've managed many communities in the past. The thing that is I've noticed is that in the last 5 years, the gaming community as a whole, not gamers, capital, trademark, or anything like that, but as a whole, has gotten a lot more reactive. And that is because of that thinner line. And when you have reactivity is based on who can react the fastest. And when you react the fastest,
don't
you're
always
getting
get it
out
right.
fast. Exactly. You're worried about getting it out fast, not accurate. And so you get a lot of the upset. I mean, we're having upset over games that aren't even really, there's major discourse going on right now about Starfield, and we know nothing outside of a title screen of
Right?
that.
Yeah.
You guys are wanting to change a game, not you guys, but you know, the community, a large portion of the community is looking to change a game we know nothing about.
For sure.
And I think we could all, ourselves included, would behoove all of us, industry and consumer side, to be a little bit less reactive and learn the process a little bit more. And there's a lot more that goes in game design and engine use and reactivity that is not usually factored in when that discourse talk is happening.
Definitely. And
So
yeah, and Quantum, to your point earlier about those issues end up causing upset and annoyance. Yeah, that's when I agree. That's when, you know, when it becomes an issue. That's like, I promise we're almost done ragging on Cyberpunk, but like those issues to me made me stop playing. Period. Like, you know, I got sick of it, right? Where compared to something like Fallout or Skyrim, where it's like, oh, okay, I busted a little bit of immersion for a second because, you know, like one of the mutants went flying into the sky. Like, I think that's the balance, right? But I'm not here to tell you, like, that's subjective, right? If you want something like that polished and stuff like that, that's for you to enjoy, you know. But like, it's all of us, you know, taking the subjective route of like, does this line up with what I want and stuff like that. So I think that is one hell of a stream. How about you, Liana?
one hell of a stream. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you about this, because I've been really excited.
Literally been looking forward to it since they announced it. So chat, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you all, excuse me, I gotta stop saying guys. Like I said earlier, we are Twitch exclusive now, so if you want to see our beautiful mugs live on air, come over to twitch.tv /Game Informer. It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. If you want to see more smart looking glasses and gross chest hair, you've come to the right place.
Thanks for me with the fashion.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. We are going to take a break for a little bit, and then we're going to come back in an hour because Sony's State of Play is coming up at 4 Central Time. So very excited for that. Holly is gifted all the subs. I don't want to tell you to stop, but you're being so generous. It's crazy. Like, thank you so much. Hype. Let's get the hype going. Wow. Hype. That's one hell of a way to end a stream. Holly.
One thing I'm gonna need from you guys, though. I got a request.
Hit him.
I got a request. And Holly, I am tasking you with this because you are like our impromptu community manager. When we got a stream coming up with Horizon Zero Dawn. Miss K Star is on it.
In the house.
Who loves Alloy like no other.
Yep.
So when they come on, I would love it if you guys would come back, Hype her the hell up, man.
Yeah.
Give K-Star some love.
Always,
Please.
baby. The K-Star's gonna be in the house. Well, not only is K-Star gonna be in the house, we got him, guys. The host of the GI show is gonna be joining us as well, Ben Reeves. And then
Ben Reeves.
and then my goofy ass will be along for the ride as well. So be sure to join us later. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more Dying Light coverage, we have a ton of stuff on the site, and then the archive of this will be up on the YouTube page tomorrow. So thanks, be good to each other, and we'll see you soon. So take care.